All right, guys, we've got a couple ICECO coolers here, and I wanted to go over the differences and then also talk about this new JP40 Pro. So this is a JP40. Both of them are 42 quart. We've had this one for a couple years. It served us well. Absolutely love it. So both of them are 42 quarts, as I mentioned, but you can see that the new JP40 Pro is a little bit bigger. Couple other differences. On the JP40 Pro, you can open up from either side, where the JP40 you can only open up on the one side. Also, the JP40 Pro has wheels and a handle, so you can roll it on the ground. Both of them can handle inputs from a cigarette lighter, 12 volt, or an AC outlet. Same thing over here on the JP40 Pro. It's just, they're covered. DC is here and AC is here. You've also got a bonus USB port that you can use. But the other thing on the JP40 Pro is it has a DC outlet on the other side. So, depending on where you have it in the vehicle, that could be nice just for routing and everything. So the most typical way you're going to power your cooler is off of 12 volt, which we've got hooked up here, and into a cigarette lighter. Now this is a Ford Explorer, and this cigarette lighter does not get powered unless the vehicle is running. So when you turn the vehicle off, your cooler is going to turn off. Now it does have insulation to it and everything, so it will hold the cool for a while, but I'll show you in a bit a couple of options to have this running all the time, even when you stop for a bit, where it can be cooled while you're sitting. So other than that, the differences between the JP40 and the JP40 Pro, the size, obviously, this is smaller. This is also quite a bit lighter than this. And the JP40 also has this metal strip around the edge. And I'll show you in a bit where you can put a power bank on the side of that. It's a nice way to tuck that in and keep it cooling when the vehicle is off. So this is a Ford Raptor, and in the bed of it, there's an AC outlet. So we can actually use the AC outlet to power the cooler instead of the cigarette lighter. And because this does not have a cigarette lighter in the bed at all. So that's another option for powering this. So now if you want to step it up a little bit, this is a power bank from ICECO, 250 watt hours, and it has a cigarette lighter adapter there. Also USB ports, different types, and then also input, and that allows the cooler to run for several hours. So when you're making stops on a road trip, this will keep the power going while you're stopped. So if you want to step it up and run your cooler for even longer than a few hours, this is the way to do it. This is a Jackery Explorer 1500 Pro. So this is has a 1500 watt hour output. And you can run off of DC or AC. So this is a little bit more high-tech and has way more storage, quite a bit bigger than the ICECO Powerbank. But you can see here it's running solely off of that right now. We're trying to cool down from 46 degrees, so it's using a bit more power. Let's see what we've got. So right now, full tilt running with the compressor on that cooler. It's 57 watts. It was 59 a second ago. So you can see that it would run for 28.6 hours if it was, drawing that much full time, which once this gets cool, it's gonna cycle on and off. So it would last longer than a day off of this Jackery Explorer 1500 Pro. So as I mentioned, the Jackery Explorer 1500 has the ability to run off of AC as well. So we've changed that around. We're running off of AC now into the ICECO cooler. And again, 46 degrees, trying to cool off. I think we have 15 water bottles in here. So compressor's running full time, trying to get everything cool. The difference is the output is 57 watts as it was before, but if you look at the estimate how long it could run, it's at 19.7 hours, so less hours. And I believe that's because the Explorer here is converting from DC to AC, and that takes more power. So if you want to run longer, it's better to come off of your DC outlet into here and run it that way. The ICECO doesn't care, but that's a Jackery thing, just converting from DC to AC. So this is a little bit more typical scenario for us. We'll put the cooler inside the truck in the back seat, power the cooler with our power bank from ICECO, 12 volt input from the cooler into the power bank, and then 12 volt charging from the truck to the power bank. So while you're driving down the road, keeps your power bank at 100%. Then when you make stops, your cooler's gonna keep running. Power bank will draw down. As soon as you start up the truck again, it'll start charging. So that's great for, a couple hours without the engine running during the day. Not a problem there. Perfect for road trips. Other thing we like about this is you can open up the cooler from either side. So if I'm outside the vehicle, I can use this one. If I'm inside the vehicle and want to get some snacks or something, I can open it from the other side. Super setup. Let me go over a few of the adjustments you can make. Plus and minus, if you just press these, will adjust the temperature setting. Now this can be used either as a freezer or a cooler, not both, because it only has one zone in here. So whatever temperature you set it to, that's it. The next thing you can do is this max spot right here. You can either run in max or eco mode. So eco mode will use a little bit less energy. The factory setting is on max, but you just get to that by holding this down, and then you can adjust between eco and max there. The H up here is the battery protection mode. It has low, medium, high, and here are the different cutoffs for it. And what this is for is if you're running with a cigarette lighter adapter into your vehicle and it is set up to run off of a battery, so it's always hot, the refrigerator can cut off if your battery voltage on your vehicle's battery gets below a certain level. From there, you can also change, let me put this back to medium, which is the factory setting. You can also change between Fahrenheit and Celsius. I'll leave it in Fahrenheit. And the last one of this little red light there's an infrared light inside that helps, it's a UV light, that helps sterilize inside the cooler. And you can change that on or off by holding both of these buttons down. Factory is with the UV sterilizer on. So if you wanted to turn that off, use a little bit less power, you could certainly do that.